Here comes Cena, charging into the ring.
Well, 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 there is fear in the champion's eyes.
Rollins storms the ring.
Here comes Braun Strowman. And there is your number one contender to the Cruiserweight title. No countouts, no disqualifications. Triple H, Tyler Bate. Let's do it.
Triple H just beat Tyler Bate. It's Seth Rollins. Curb Stomp connects. Tyler Driver to Rollins.
Chaos surrounding the ECW title. Hello and welcome, Universe Mode. This is ECW. Oh my, last week was a wild one, wasn't it? And it continues on here tonight. There was so much talk about coming out of last week's ECW, there was no surprise that it was the A show, and by some ways as well. Here tonight, still some big matches coming our way, and I cannot wait to show you just what we've got coming up our sleeves here. We know what happened last week in the tag team division. Bray Wyatt wanted a number one contenders match, and he gets his wish. Tonight, Downfall versus the D.C.C. The winners go on to face the Wyatt family at Money in the Bank for the ECW tag team titles, but that is not all to look forward to here tonight in our main event of the evening. The ECW champion in action for the first time since Living Dangerously, Seth Rollins, one-on-one with John Cena here tonight. That is our main event of the evening. It is going to be one that you do not want to miss, especially with the announcement that I have to make to kick off this evening. There's so much to talk about, and it's only fitting that I start the show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what promises to be another exhilarating episode of ECW. After what happened last week, there is so much to look forward to, especially when you've got the ECW champion Seth Rollins in action tonight. Brooklyn, you've got a lot coming your way, but I have some big news to start off with. So if you please, listen up. Since Living Dangerously, we've seen Tyler Bate, Triple H, and Seth Rollins all seeking to get one over on the other guy. Last week I called it chaos over the ECW title. Well, we can't afford to be seen as the A show if these guys are recklessly running around for the greatest title that this universe has to offer. That must change, and it will. So, at Money in the Bank, Triple H and Tyler Bate will challenge for Seth Rollins' ECW Championship in a triple threat match. If both challengers want the prize so badly, they can have it. All they have to do is beat their rival and the greatest of all time to do it. Fans, we've got a huge show coming up for you this evening. It's time to remind you once again why we are the A show around here. Oh. Well, Triple H certainly had something to say about that announcement. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Money in the Bank. There will be a triple threat match. The ECW Championship will be on the line. Tyler Bate and Triple H that want that title so badly. Fine. You just got to fight Seth Rollins to win it. I know. Easier said than done. We are ready to begin here. What will be a great evening of action for ECW. And we start things off with the Cruiserweight Champion in action. Mustafa Ali ready to go one-on-one against the D.C.C's Christopher Daniels. Big night, of course, for the D.C.C. with their number one contenders match against the Wyatt family coming up later on this evening. But it's also a big night next week for Mustafa Ali as he will seek to defend the Cruiserweight Championship against Kushida one-on-one. Ali wanted it to happen next week, and I was only fair to give that one. Kushida was the #1 contender anyway, and if he wanted to do it next week, then we'll do it next week. Ali said that he wanted to bounce back from last week's defeat, and he wanted to do that here tonight by competing in ring, so I gave him the wish that he seeked. As he goes one-on-one against Christopher Daniels here. See no D.C.C by the side of Daniels. They're probably more focused on the big match coming up later on this evening. Of course, as I talked about, downfall in the D.C.C in a tag team match. Winner goes on to Money in the Bank to face downfall, and right now Daniels looking to add an impact right away in the cruiserweight division. Apron powerbomb to Ali. And a sign towards the D.C.C as well. Emphatic start from Daniels here. And he keeps on going here. Doesn't look for the cover. Looks to continue the onslaught onto the back of Mustafa Ali, who certainly didn't want something like this just a week away from the title match against Kushida. This is all Christopher Daniels right now, completely controlling this match. Ali in a huge spot of bother here. And he's just destroying that back. Sabre-lies a backbreaker now from Christopher Daniels, who is just... I'm surprised that Ali is in this much trouble, but here we go. Ali starting to fight back a little now. Jawbreaker, Hurricanrana. There is life in the Cruiserweight Champion. Bit of a slow start from him. Maybe some lingering thoughts about last week's defeat to Kushida. It was a great match from both guys, but Kushida had the edge over him. Pop-up drop kick there now. And Ali doing what he wants to do, sending the message that he wants to send, letting Kushida know that he said it after the match, right after the match last week to him. He said that you will not be so lucky a second time. Well, not lucky, but you won't walk out with the win a second time. And now Ali has found that fire within him. Bounced back from a slow start and making stuff happen right now. Sending Daniels to the outside. Referee's count can begin here. And of course, this is an important match for Christopher Daniels as well. He'll want to impress the D.C.C as they head into their big matchup. Daniels having to back out of that move there at the last moment. Rolling cutter though on Ali. I think that foot is into the bottom rope. Referee deems it so. Rope break is given. Ali having to roll outside of the ring now. Comes back in, and oh, Daniels missing with that chop. And that could allow Ali to find an opening here and take control. Stomping down on the arm now. Ali a little fired up here. Playing around basically with the emotions of the crowd as he seeks a big victory to spur him on into next week. You know Kushida's watching this one backstage. And you know he's going to be analysing just what the champion can do heading into next week's title matchup. Trying to barely attempt. Great counter from Ali. Planted his weight back down on the mat. And now Daniels in trouble. Big time set up powerbomb. What are we going to see from Ali now? I think a move that we've seen quite a few times in the past. He'll go on the apron. He will call for that rolling neck breaker. And Daniels breaking out the same counter that we saw last week from Kushida. Clotheslining him at the last moment when he sets up for that neck breaker, but fair play to Ali. Right back up to his feet, right back into the swing of things as well. Big time forearm shot from Daniels. Sees an opening, looks to capitalize, looks for the cross body, and Ali stepped underneath it. Daniels only slightly affected though, right back up to his feet, in with a back body drop and then a neck crank in an awkward direction as well. That's certainly gonna, that could have caused a neck spasm for Ali right then and there. Daniels now has the arm in there, triangle armbar, not a triangle choke because the leg isn't underneath the chin of Ali. He's yanking on the arm instead, trying to get the Cruiserweight champ to tap out. Look at the raw strength of Ali though. Essentially a one-armed power bomb. Both men up to their feet now. Twisting neck breaker there. Ali fired up and ready to go here. Daniels started hot, but Ali has come back with quite a lot of fight in him. Here we go. Into the turnbuckle goes Ali though. Moves. High kick in the head. Daniels caught all of that one. Dazed, staggered and confused, and with the blood beginning to drip from the head. That's only going to make that move hurt that much more, and Ali will make sure that this move hurts an awful lot. He'll go up to the top rope. Avalanche.
Spanish Fly.
Kushida, prepare for next week because it could be trouble. Mustafa Ali, your winner. Great work from the Cruiserweight Champion, picking up a great win there. Ahead of next week's title match, fair play to Ali. Daniels fought hard, he controlled the start of the match, and maybe the question could be heading into next week, the state of the back of Ali. It was worked over quite a bit in the match. A few backbreakers, that apron power bomb. Ali will definitely have to make sure that he keeps an idea of how much that could be hurt. Right now he wants to do something else. He wants to have something to say. And there you have it. Interesting words from the champion, saying he knows it's a huge risk to fight Kushida once again, but this time, as he said last week, it won't be the same. He admires the time splitter, but he will beat him. He won't let history repeat itself, and he's going to create a paradox in the timeline of Kushida. Ali feeling confident ahead of next week's title matchup. He believes it is his time, and he will be victorious. Will lightning strike twice though? And could we see Kushida walking out of next week's ECW with the Cruiserweight Championship around his waist? Time will only tell on that one. Well, an exciting start already to ECW. The ECW Championship announcement from yours truly, and the opening bout. Now though, strap yourselves in, clench yourselves in, and get ready to potentially cover your eyes, because we're about to have a fight. Katsuyori Shibata versus Hirooki Goto coming up next year on ECW. Is there any reason behind this match? No, not really. Are they fighting just for the sake of it? Yes. Yes, they are. So, strap yourselves in, get ready, here we go. Shibata and Goto one-on-one. Shibata picked up the win at Living Dangerously, picked up a mild injury during the match, sadly, so it's why we haven't seen him since. I don't think we've actually seen him since Living Dangerously, have we? Yeah, that would be the reason why. Now, back in action, though. Haven't seen both these guys since the pay-per-view. Shibata was victorious, of course, over Bray Wyatt, but hasn't had the chance to shine, hasn't had the chance to get himself back out there. Well, now, here tonight, he looks to do just that over Hirooki Goto, the new enforcer of the Four Horsemen since Roderick Strong moved to SmackDown Live. It's been a good start for Shibata and the Horsemen. The Horsemen right now in a little bit of trouble, of course. They haven't had any spark in them since before WrestleMania. I mean, the brightest spark in them so far has been Shibata. Which might say a lot about them, but here comes a man who is interested only in himself and might be a little bit miffed that he's missing out on Money in the Bank, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. Hirooki Goto coming towards the ring. Goto, of course, was in that battle royal to determine who would go to Money in the Bank, and he didn't win it. Sadly for him, I don't even think he was in the final two, was he? No, it was Kingston and Orton that was the final two. But now Goto can maybe look to set himself up for the future, set himself up heading out of Money in the Bank and into the next ECW exclusive pay-per-view. Remember, we're what? About 2 months away from it? 8 weeks, I think? Because we've got Money in the Bank in about 2.5 weeks' time, or 3 weeks as Triple H says. It's close enough. And after that, it's 6 weeks. So yeah, we've got 8 weeks to go, more or less, until the next ECW pay-per-view. There is a lot that could happen in that time. There is a lot that these guys could do to get their name out there, to have an impact, and to send themselves up the card. And maybe challenging the new ECW champion, depending on how things go at Money in the Bank. Seth Rollins, of course, the key thing about that, and I'm sure he will let me know about this later on, is that he doesn't have to be pinned or submitted to lose that ECW championship. Bate could pin Triple H could pin Bate again, the title would change hands. And I'm sure if Seth Rollins was to lose the title, which he has absolutely no intentions of doing at Money in the Bank, that would be one of the worst ways for him to end this incredible reign that is now starting to knock on the door of 700 days. That is a different story, though. Perhaps we'll talk more about the ECW Championship in tonight's main event. As for right now, it's Goto versus Shibata. Strap yourselves in. These two guys are going to punch each other with the face an awful lot. Side headlock from Goto right now. These two guys have a kind of a mutual respect for one another. You know, born of the same brew. That's not the phrase, but still. The same cut. There you go. They share a lot of similarities with one another. They've been through it all. Now, in this universe, squaring off on ECW, looking to get one up over the other. Nothing really going for this matchup aside from momentum, but momentum can be key to getting you somewhere in the future. Since joining the Four Horsemen, Shibata's momentum is shot up, and it's led him to great things. It's led him to a victory over Bray Wyatt, and maybe a stronger future for the wrestler. In the turnbuckle, now he goes, comes bouncing out of it. Goto looked to capitalize. Shibata denying it there. Turns him round. German suplex. Goto curling up in himself basically from the impact of that one. But right back to the fight. Kicks the back in there. Sends him into the mat to go along with it. Goto, though, responding in jest with a shoulder tackle of his own. These two guys trading a lot with one another now, but is that really a surprise to see in this one? Attacking the arm there. Goto turns Shibata over, early cover, early kick out. Such is the way that these two men will look to fight one another for it. Drop down there from Shibata. Back body drop. Nothing flashy, but certainly effective from Shibata. That's basically the whole forte to his in-ring offense. Now working over the arm of Hirooki Goto. Not much going on here for Goto in a spot of trouble right now as Shibata wrenches away on that arm repeatedly and then slams it into the mat. Shibata in mat control right now and continuing to work over that arm there. Essentially a throw. Well, there's a throw of Goto's own. Shibata quickly rolls to the outside, catches his breath, gets back in, and the fight will resume. Very quick break from Shibata, but one that certainly helped him towards getting an advantage in this one. Sets him up now. Jawbreaker. Oh, sorry, neck crank from Shibata. Goes for the cover after it. Probably not going to put away Goto, but certainly will look to try and wear down the former United States champion. And again, he goes back to that arm. I think this is smart, though. Think about it. He's trying to take away that GTR. Holding him in place or driving the arm down across the chest to take away that arm. And Goto's in a large amount of trouble for hitting that move. Or the Ushigoroshi. Or Shouting Kai as well. Misses with that lariat as well. Put a lot of force behind that one. Oh, Shibata responds with an almighty lariat. It takes Goto right off his feet. Oh, there's the Shibata basement dropkick. Beautiful to see as always. Sleeper hold locked in now. Will Goto tap out? The ropes are moving. Is that Goto's doing or is that Shibata's doing? Either way, referee doesn't call a rope break. Goto fights out of it. Now Goto with some aggression of his own here to display. Into the turnbuckle goes Shibata. Not once, but 10 times. And Goto now has found life in him. It's as if the sleeper hold woke him up. Ushigoroshi. The arm doesn't cause him problems there. Cover from Goto. Oh, did he even get 2 on that one? I'm not certain. But he could be one move away from victory. Shibata getting up to his feet. Goto maybe lying in wait. Oh, great. counter there. Goto could be looking for the shot to lead in to the GTR. Fireman's carry. Pele kick instead from Shibata. Goto is reeling. He's in trouble and Shibata's eyeing it up. There's the snapmare. PK from Shibata. 1, 2. The wrestler has won it. Victory for Shibata on this one. And a damn fine one at that. Great stuff there from both men. You saw in that closing stretch, any move could have won it. Well, it was the PK and a new variation of it as well for Shibata that won it. Great work there from the wrestler. Great fight from both guys. And definitely helping them out as we turn towards the future. Interesting signs indeed backstage there. Last minute bit of luck wished from Randy Orton to Hiromu Takahashi, but it may well be all for nothing, as this man could spoil the party. I mean, it was a very sarcastic wish of good luck. Orton reminding Takahashi what he said to everyone last week, that it doesn't matter who's in that Money in the Bank ladder match, there will only be one outcome, RKO. The Viper seeing that whoever wins this one, whoever joins him and Dean Ambrose in the Money in the Bank ladder match, it's all for nothing. ECW looks to complete its only Money in the Bank match that it will be a part of. Here tonight, the Zack, Sabre Jr., Hiromu Takahashi rekindle their rivalry from last summer, only this time for the Money in the Bank qualifier, and this time, of course, no longer in the Cruiserweight division, in the Heavyweight division. Both guys made the move up, Sabre Jr. after New Year's Revolution. Takahashi, after living dangerously, brought success for both men. And I imagine Sabre Jr. might have also got out of the Cruiserweight division because he was as if to say, I can't cope with Takahashi anymore, or I've had enough of Takahashi, but he's back. Takahashi and Sabre Jr. ready to meet here tonight. These two guys, like I said, they were essentially the life of the Cruiserweight division in the summer, along with Mustafa Ali. Well, now tonight they rekindle it once more, this time for an all more different prize. Who will walk out of this will win? Who will walk into June 16th, the Money in the Bank, to represent DCW and to hope to win that briefcase that can enable them to cash in on any world champion in the next year? We are about to find out. Takahashi's venture into the heavyweight division started 2 weeks ago with a victory over Chris Jericho. Last week in a backstage interview with yours truly, he said that he only saw one thing coming up for him in his future, and that was Money in the Bank. Asked very kindly for an opportunity at it, and I gave it to him. Takahashi getting the chance here against Sabre Jr. Now, I know that Sabre Jr., of course, he picked up a win last week, but he lost 2 weeks ago to Johnny Gargano. So there may be an argument that maybe this position to go to Gargano. I was going to give this match to Gargano. I was going to do Gargano versus Time Bomb, but no, Gargano came up to me and he said he didn't want it. He said if he's going to go for that ECW championship, which he says he's not ready to go for yet, he wants to do it on his own terms. He wants to do it on his own time. And he said if he's going to become a world champion as well, he's not going to do it by cashing in a briefcase. He's going to do it by earning the right to the #1 contendership and winning that title. Admirable from Gargano. And so the spot goes to Sabre Jr. instead. Maybe someone else it could have gone to. Maybe it could have gone to Shibata. But Takahashi getting to fight an old rival might be a little bit more fun than having his chest caved in from kicks from Shibata. Here we go. This one's underway though. A bit of a good start from Takahashi as Sabre Jr. will now look to ground him and hit hard with the strikes that he has picked up since joining the British Empire. Brainbuster there. Sabre Jr. getting another opportunity to qualify as well, of course, after the failure of himself and Neville at living dangerously. But Sabre Jr., as much as I have a disliking for the British Empire, I'm not going to let that bias me as the general manager. And Sabre Jr. is so damn impressive in the ring that he deserves another opportunity, especially after his match with Gargano 2 weeks ago. I know he came out in the losing end of things, but it was a great main event from both men. And he gave it their all. Takahashi sets himself up there, mistimed that incredibly badly, essentially, and that allowed Sabre Jr. there to capitalize, and then some. Orienteering with Napalm. Death is locked in here already. Sabre Jr. looking to tap out Takahashi, looking to beat an old rival, but Takahashi denies it, slips himself out of that hold, and the fight continues on. Hurricanrana now hooks the legs in. Will this take him? Won't even get him a 1 count, and they won't even let me finish my sentence. Won't be taking him anywhere. Irish Whip now in the corner goes Takahashi. Sabre Jr. can't capitalize on it. Takahashi counters him. Sabre Jr. sends it back in though, and what a chop to light up the chest of Takahashi. Gets himself off that top rope predicament. Drop kick into the chest. He goes back up high here. Didn't work the first time. What about this time around? Took too long and knees were up early. Takahashi couldn't get himself out of that one as well. Step up in Zaguri though. Sabre Jr. tried his best to stay up on his feet there, but nothing was happening. Now in the turnbuckle, Sabre Jr. goes again. Big boots his way out of it. Nicely done for both men. Well, we know that there's certainly one keen eye watching on this one backstage, and that's the Viper Randy Orton. Big time DDT out of the turnbuckle there. Good stuff from Takahashi, hoping it's enough to take him to June 16th, but not quite. Here we go now, stretching the arms back. Wearing down Sabre Jr. Trying to let it go there. I don't think he could get a good hold on it, and he didn't want ZSJ slipping out of it either. Through the legs. And Hurricanrana connects again. Good work from Takahashi. That's always a problem that Sabre Jr. has had with the time bomb, is his speed. It's always been so difficult to read what Takahashi will do and how to counter it as well. Suplex driver there from Zack Sabre Jr., who now drags Takahashi towards the middle of the ring. Might have been looking for another submission hold. Good counter from Takahashi, slips his way out of it. Double underhook suplex from Sabre Jr. Nicely done there, using Takahashi's speed against him. Takahashi rolls himself out of the ring. They're back in the ring we go now. Missed with that simple strike, but thankfully for his sake, he was able to slip out of that front face lock. Suplex attempt now from Takahashi. Oh, what a knee there from Sabre Jr. Floats over, tilt-a-whirl DDT. Takahashi sends it for a right instead. Good counter there. And once again, will third time be the charm for Takahashi? He goes up high, gets the leg drop this time, hooks the leg, send him to Money in the Bank. It will not. Good 2 count though. And just the same as Daniels did, a big time awkward neck crank. Splash from the second rope as well. Takahashi's found some fire underneath him. Here he goes. Sabre Jr. though looking to take out that light. Looks for a suplex of his own. Takahashi breaks out the counter to it.
Reverse Rana.
Big time reverse Rana from Takahashi. Sabre Jr. in trouble. Takahashi going to look for something big, something dangerous here. Will he be looking for that victory roll maybe? And we've seen him hit so many times in the past. Sabre Jr. comes right out with a counter. And a German suplex. Dumping Takahashi right on his head. Oh boy. Oh boy, submission coming in. Look out, look at that. The arm being bent backwards now. Devastating submission hold. One arm sat down on, the other arm being bent in the wrong direction. Takahashi in deep pain, slips his way out of it though. And look at this, with a slight opening.
Time bomb.
Time bomb connects. Hiromu Takahashi is going to Money in the Bank. He's done it. He has made this opportunity count. Well done to him. He pounds the mat in joy. Takahashi's going to Money in the Bank, but wait, Randy Orton, RKO! Well, he had more than a close eye on this one. Randy Orton with a statement sent to Takahashi. What a moment there. Takahashi finally getting to enjoy the moment, getting to live in the fact he's going to Money in the Bank, and in a moment it was all taken away from him. Randy Orton standing by his words that he doesn't care who goes to Money in the Bank. He is walking out with that win. Nevertheless, we move on here, ladies and gentlemen. Big time tag team match coming up for you. Number 1 contenders tag team match up next. This is going to be a great one. Downfall versus the D.C.C. The tag team division has been lit on fire by these two teams, along with the Wyatt family, of course, since Living Dangerously. We saw the Wyatt family won. They retained their titles at Living Dangerously over the Four Horsemen. Then in came Downfall, attacking the tag team champions, laying them out. Then in came the D.C.C. and laid out Downfall. They've all been taking turns to beat one another up. We saw last week it was the Wyatt family beating up Downfall. 2 weeks before that, it was the D.C.C. beating up the Wyatt family. Harper said to Bray Wyatt, I think it was 2 weeks back now, that he used to follow the ways of Wyatt. He used to be a Wyatt family follower, but now that isn't happening anymore. He said he will stand back and shoot the buzzards out of the sky. Well, he can have that opportunity to do just that at Money in the Bank if he is victorious here tonight with Rowan over Sabin and Corbin.
3, 2, 1.
But the D.C.C. will be looking to make that a very difficult job indeed. Daniels out with them for this one. Sabin and Corbin coming towards the ring, hoping there's an opportunity with their name written all over it for June 16th to take the ECW Tag Team titles away from the Wyatt family. We'll see if that'll happen or not. Strapping ourselves in for what promises to be an exciting contest here this evening between these sides. Sabin and Corbin, Rowan and Harper. This is going to be a very hard-fought evening. It's going to take a lot to get one up on the other side. And of course, with Daniels and Wolfe at ringside as well, what kind of an impact could they have on this matchup, I wonder? It will be interesting to see what either side will do in this one. You know that Wyatt, Strowman and Black are all going to have a very close eye on this one as they await to find out who their number 1 contenders will be for the tag team title match in 2.5 weeks' time at Money in the Bank. Harper and Sabin will start off this one. The leaders of their respective groups kicking things off here. Be very interesting to see just what will happen in this one. You know, how much aggression we'll see from these two sides. There's definitely going to be some. The Downfall will probably want revenge for what took place at Living Dangerously when they were laid out by the D.C.C. And oh, look at this. Talk about the managers getting involved. There's Daniels already trying to have an impact, trying to give Sabin an opening as he gets in the face of Harper. Didn't really work out. In the turnbuckle, Sabin is sent, and what a lariat from Harper in retaliation. Tag made, in comes Rowan. This is where Sabin's going to be in trouble in this one. He's hardly the biggest guy in this matchup. In fact, the joke of Aaron is that he's the smallest. So he's going to have to make things work with Corbin here, who he makes the tag into. Rolls, you'd expect to be reversed. Great strength from Sabin. And incredible athleticism from Corbin as well. Corbin away now, punches into the head repeatedly there from Corbin on Rowan. Who will get the opportunity to go to Money in the Bank, I wonder? This is definitely one where you cannot pick a winner. It's going to be tough to... It's going to be incredibly tough to find a winner in this one. This is one that either side could just as easily win or lose. Planted there with that clothesline was Rowan Harper extending an arm out, but Rowan was nowhere near making the tag in. Corbin definitely using his power to an advantage in this contest so far. Stumped him right in the gut there, and look at that, Corbin sarcastically calling him to his feet. He is in control here and he knows it. And he's soaking it in, but he took too long there. Rowan moves out of the way and he's going to make him pay here. Pump, handle, backbreaker from Rowan. In the turnbuckle we go. Tag is made. Everyone in this match has won tag team titles. So they all have tag team experience. Look at that move there. We saw it, or a version of it, on Wyatt last week, but a full Nelson into an assisted powerbomb. Corbin, though, fighting right back and sending Harper over the top rope. Wolfe aiding his leader, getting him up to his feet and trying to get him right back into the fight, and it worked out well. Harper fighting back and sending Corbin into the ring now. This is good stuff from both sides. They're putting an awful lot on the line. Big clothesline there. Very fun to see these guys swinging for the fences with one another. Oh, backed up into the turnbuckle. Their tag is made. In comes Sabre now. Into the boots. Goes Harper's face. And Sabre now, Achilles lock. Look at that. Sitching in that leg lock. Planting his entire body, his weight down on the leg as he tries to stretch it straight. Well, Harper getting out of it in a maybe less than conventional way, but certainly an effective one. In the turnbuckle he goes again. Tag made it to Rowan. Good tags, to be fair, from both sides so far, though I think downfalls have been a little more impactful as that double back body drop is hit there. And a down Sabre now. Oh, good God. So many headbutts there to the head of Sabre, and that's not going to do him any favors as his match progresses on. Good counter from Sabre. Into the turnbuckle goes Rowan now, and a tag made into Corbin, and a necessary tag as well. Atomic drop, big boot combination. And Corbin now going to be the impacting factor. Back elbows from Rowan, though, denying that one. Making his presence felt in this one. Tag made into Harper. Here we go. What's going to happen now? It's going to be the same fate as before. Full Nelson into an assisted powerbomb. Sit-out powerbomb at that. I don't know why they don't go for the cover after it. It's a move that could definitely be devastating. See, it enables an opening, and surprisingly maybe, that tag is made. Back in comes Sabre here, and things aren't looking too good for him as he's thrown over his head. Cravat suplex from Harper. Sabre now, though, responding. Double underhook suplex, twists it into the armbar. Harper away from the ropes. Great ring presence from Sabre. But he's not going to get the tap out there. And the turnbuckle, Sabre went flying after Harper, but couldn't capitalize, couldn't connect. In his own corner, he's sent now. Sabre moves out of the way. And oh boy, here we go. Everything's starting to fall apart. Everyone's getting in the ring. Backbreaker there from Corbin on Rowan. Harper dazed from that forearm. Sabre comes in with a roll-up. Everything fell apart in an instant.
And the D.C.C. have
Run it in the confusion. And they have booked their ticket to Money in the Bank and to an opportunity to take the tag team titles away from the Wyatt family. The D.C.C. have won it. Well, there we have it. In all the confusion, Sabre capitalized to the full extent and has won it for the D.C.C. A huge opportunity coming in front of him. Oh my word!
Sabre
Hightailing it. Black and Strowman stand in the ring. That is what comes their way at Money in the Bank. And I wonder how far Sabin's high heels will take him. But that is to come in another day. As for right now, it's our main event of the evening. John Cena, Seth Rollins, one-on-one up next. This is going to be a great one. Of course, we know everything that's gone on with these guys over the last few weeks on separate paths, of course, between Rollins, Triple H, and Tyler Bate for the ECW title, which, as I declared earlier on in the evening, will take place at Money in the Bank for the ECW Championship. Cena, on the other hand, came back from injury just after living dangerously, and from that moment forth has made his return and his presence known for one reason and one reason alone, and that is for Corin. For revenge for being put on the shelf by him back in January, for the opportunity to go after that television championship, to go after the Clockwork Project once more. Cena's basically had the one-ups in all of this so far. He had the victory over Sami Callihan on his return. He had Corin tried to play the mind games with the guy dressed up as him 2 weeks ago, and Cena just hit the guy and hit an avalanche attitude adjustment on the poor soul who dressed up as Corin. And then last week in the ring, after Corin's victory over Ostozovic, Cena charged the ring. Corin ran out into the crowd. Corin displaying some signs of fear over Cena right now. And I wonder how much of a difference that could make as this one progresses on between these two. Corin's tried to play the mind games, but in all fairness, it's been all Cena so far. But Cena is going to have to put that on the back burner in this moment, because he has to be aware of who and what he's up against. It's not just another opponent, it's not just another guy, it's an incredibly important opponent. It's the most important opponent on ECW. It's the ECW champion for the first time since ECW, living dangerously, Seth Rollins back in in-ring action. We saw him, of course, at the end of last week, planting Triple H in the mat with a curb stomp. His own measure of revenge for having the main event against Tyler Bate thrown out of the window at Living Dangerously because of Triple H's interference. But of course, he was laid out to close out the evening by Tyler Bate with a Tyler driver. You saw in the closing moments, Rollins was getting up to his feet though. Down but not out was the case of the champion, and he'll certainly want to carry that into Money in the Bank and make sure that he's back up on his feet and walking out of Chicago still as the ECW champion. Rollins heading into a very important match to get himself back in the right frame of mind, to get himself back in in-ring shape essentially before Money in the Bank. I do wonder what is going through Rollins' head right now. He's probably not going to be best pleased at the fact that I made it a triple threat match, but at the end of the day, this is my show, this isn't Seth Rollins' show. And I know I'm saying that despite the fact that myself and Rollins are incredibly friendly with one another, close to one another. You've cheered me for the last 600 and whatever days that Rollins has been champions for. I've always had praise for Rollins, and I always will have praise for Rollins, but what I mean by that is that I get the final say around here, and I cannot see a reason to give one guy the opportunity over the other. Yes, Triple H beat Tyler Bate, but Bate never got the opportunity to beat Rollins. So here we go anyway. It's time for our main event of the evening. Crowd on their feet. Rollins trying to charge out of the gate early on. Huge time German suplex from Cena though. And Cena knows what kind of a chance this is as well to maybe beat the ECW champion. Whether or not he'd take the opportunity of the title, I don't know. He may be too in his own head with Corin to be worrying about that. Here goes Cena right now, though. It's all Cena in the opening phases of this match as he hits that flip powerbomb there. Picked up a win over Carl Anderson 2 weeks ago. Did John Cena. And like I said, this is the first time we've seen Rollins since living dangerously in in-ring action. Saw him last week, of course, but that was about it. Rollins said that, truthfully and honestly, that he didn't know which way the main event could have gone in that match. He said that looking back at it and what he remembers in the ring against Bate, he said it could have gone either way, which definitely gave further reason to give the chance to Bate as well as Triple H. Meanwhile, Cena, electric chair face buster. Rollins planted into the mat there with it. Cena goes into the cover kick out. And Cena now has him right where he wants him. Side headlock stitched in, wearing him down. Putting the champion in trouble, but Rollins up to his feet and fighting out of it. On his shoulders now. Hanging Cena out to dry on the top rope. And early on, looking for a big impact. Looking for the powerbomb cutter.
He gets all of it.
Big time early move delivered by Rollins, and he could be looking to finish off Cena right now.
Curb stop maybe.
Cena has the counter for it, and that was necessary. Michinoku driver now by Cena. In response, trying to get back in control. Kip up by Rollins as an immediate kick out. And a Michinoku driver of Rollins' own. Into the cover he goes. Doesn't hook the leg. And they trade one counts with one another. Interesting part of the match there from both sides. Rollins now. Big moonsault. Definitely a tough match for both sides as well. And both guys, I imagine, are going to be keeping their heads over their shoulders. We know Triple H is in the arena. They need to have eyes in the back of their head. Cena has, well, we never have any idea where the hell Corin is. There's nothing stopping him from showing up either. Both guys going to have to keep an eye out for what could happen in this contest. Great leapfrog there. Rollins countered though by Cena. Into the turnbuckle we go. Putting him up on that top rope here. He's back facing towards the ring. This is going to be dangerous. Cena in. Back.
Superplex.
And both men feeling the effect of that one. Cena. Oh my goodness. Cena could be looking for a huge win right now. From the back superplex.
Into the attitude adjustment.
Cena covers Rollins. But it's a kick out from the champion at 2. Cena fired up, however. Ready to go again. He's not backing down right now. He's full of fight. He's full of drive. Double shoulder tackles. Spin out back. Suplex from Cena as well. Doesn't go for the 5-knuckle shuffle. Takes himself up to the top rope. What is Cena going to look to hit now? From up high.
Leg drop.
What a move. Leg drop in the back of Rollins' head. What a move it was, but wow. All of that, and Rollins kicks out at 1. The ECW champion showing why he is such and why he has been for so long. Cena in big trouble.
Buckle bomb.
This could be Rollins' match right now. Goes into the cover. Will this put Cena away? Kick out at 2. Close but no cigar there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Rollins to put it away.
Curb stomp connects.
And Cena could be done for. There's the cover. But he kicks out at 2 again. Much to the aggravation of Rollins. Cena still in it. Thought he had put away Cena right then and there, but not to be. Cena still alive, and Cena could be on his way to a monumental victory over the ECW champion. 5-knuckle shuffle from Cena connects. He could be about to close this one out. Cena could be about to... Oh my god! What the hell is that on a Titantron? That's Corin! Oh my god!
He's got a fan. He's got one of Cena's fans. He's demanding Cena to come to the parking lot and fight him. Cena not wasting any time, ditching the match. And I don't blame him. Cena going backstage now. Rushing his way backstage, rushing to the parking lot where Corin was. Oh no! It was a setup! Callahan with a kendo stick! It was a damn setup all along! This is sickening! This has gone on for far too long! Far too long now as Callahan walks off and Corin walks in. No! I'm doing something about this! For once! You son of a bitch! Corin! You son of a bitch! You think you could just walk around my arena, my brand, and do whatever the hell you think you want? No! This goes on no longer! Effective immediately! You and your cronies, you're all suspended! I'll say this one time and one time only. Get the fuck out of my arena.